We lived a quieter life, really, which is helpful in some ways for your thinking. There's so much on nowadays that it's from one thing to the other, and your mind is never at rest, really, for quiet thought. I suppose perhaps the simpler things in life, we didn't need to be entertained so much in those times. We had our times of recreation and walking in the bush and seeing the animals and birds. Not that they don't do it now in a way, but I mean there was more time for it then. In our home we had a piano and an organ, and my mother used to play. We used to sing nearly every weekend. We'd be around the piano or organ singing.
In those days too?
Yeah, yes, we had dances not when I was very young, but old. We used to walk 5 miles to a hall down in the valley and there enjoy a night's dancing. Also the old dances, and walk home again. Never think anything of it.
Oh, gosh.
Later on, when we had a motor car, of course it was different, but we used to do our walking. We didn't have any. We had horses, and no vehicles like that too.
Yeah.
Yes, we were a close family, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah. So you're out in Moondara, which is in the
Yes,
bush.
it was Moondara.
So you must have spent a lot of time with each other.
Yes.
In close quarters.
We did, and we had a lot of friends around that we'd go to place to place. We knew everyone around on the farms, and we'd all go out walking together on a Sunday way down the river and crossing over on logs and the water rushing over. And Auntie Beth was always on her hands. She wouldn't stand up and walk over. Oh dear. Jenny, Beth, no, 3 of us. Mine was the third. Jenny
and there's Auntie Beth.
And Auntie Beth and myself, yes. I had 3 brothers, William, Frank and Archie.
Yeah. Well, Archie was young when he died, wasn't he?
Yes, he wasn't very old. He was a builder and
Right.
painting and that sort of thing. He lived in Melbourne, died. Frank, of course, he went to the war when he was 21.
Gosh.
I think he wasn't quite 21 when he was killed. I've got letters of his bravery. He was a very brave person. He won the military medal, which is in Canberra now.
Yeah.
But I've got letters from his chaplain, his captain, his friends, who was so well thought of. He held the post with 80 Germans, came upon them, this small group. They were manning a machine gun, and he was the last one left. They'd shot them all, and he had to hold on to this till he was wounded mortally. But he never ran away.
But you lost a brother.
Yes, well, that was an accident a horse accident. He fell off the horse. He was going through a gate, was the schoolmaster's horse, was giving him a ride, and one of the other boys that knew him, I think, they seemed to think it was so that he gave it a hit with the stick, and it galloped off, and he fell out with his foot caught in the stirrup, and he was kicked to death. That was my brother. And then I lost a brother at the war, 1918, when I was 18 years old. Frank and Archie. And William. William was the oldest boy that was kicked to death. Yes, they were fairly tough times, but we didn't realise it. We had enough to eat and wear, and we had a happy life in a way. There was no, we weren't a destitute way at all. But we didn't have money to throw around. We just had to work things to a...
Yeah. What did your father do?
Well, he had some land and he used to get out, but he did quite a bit of shearing in his younger days. He was a traveller. Of course, he was all over Queensland, all over Australia. He liked to get around and he got jobs everywhere. Later on, he bought land and let it out for people to graze their stock on and that sort of thing. But that and the post office brought in, well, you'd shudder if you thought you had to live on it nowadays.
Yeah. And so it means your mother, well, you must have spent a lot of time away when you were children, is that right?
Oh, Mother, no, she didn't. She had a very hard life because she had a bad leg, an ulcer on her. She couldn't walk hardly, but she kept going. But we all helped as a family. And...
yeah, so, but if your father was a traveller, did he travel a lot when you were... Was he away a lot when you were children?
Oh, no, not after. This was before he was married, really, but he used to go, he was all over Naranda and everywhere he knew. He used to say to the kids when they were young, if they turned their nose up at eating something, said, you want to go out onto the one-tree plain where I've been, you'd eat anything. They all laugh about that because our grandpa telling them they needed to go out in the one-tree plain. It wasn't easy life, but no one seemed to, you take it as you go along, I think, when it...